sister Maya likes to read fairy tales. Actually, no, that's not the first line. Give it up. Clap it up real quick. That's not the first line. That's not, see if you're here. Everyone's like, is he serious? Yeah, he's serious. My little sister Maya likes to read Harry Potter books. We'll spend an entire afternoon doing nothing, but something she's not supposed to be able to do. Don't be fooled though. By the fluttering pages in her palms, she's channeling Da Vinci. Inverting words like a fresh bruise. Turn tangerine orange, she picks the ripe hurt from a swaying branch in a chapter. And we both hear Albert Einstein's words echo up from the floor. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. My little sister Maya likes to read fairy tales. Has always loved fantasy. It's where we built her playground. She is Leonardo minus the mirror. It took years for people to read what everyone thought was Da Vinci's own invented language, when all he did was just write backwards. And just like Einstein and Leonardo, Maya has a gift. Some don't think so and call her dyslexic. She is a genius to her. Coded like the paragraphs her potent mind distills. But while kids repeat words from a teacher who might as well be a cartoon parrot, or a doll's audio-recorded voice, or a hooked-on phonics tape acting as a babysitter, while kids stuff their mouths with dull letters and muted sounds, Maya is in a daydream. They try to beat her down with a 4-letter acronym baton, but she's too busy directing the orchestra with her magic wand, a symphony of mixed chlorophyll-tinged pastels. Constellation framed with songs of a summer breeze-drenched field. Maya's dancing in an open clearing in the woods, scrawling out recipes with Mozart in sweaty rooms of overcrowded notes. She calls it a curse. I tell her it is a gift. There is nothing wrong with you, Maya. She asks me who with dyslexia has ever really done anything besides this Leonardo da Vinci or Albert Einstein. And I answer, well, I guess no one else really. I mean, besides Pablo, Picasso, Anne Bancroft, John Lennon, Auguste Rodin, Ansel Adams, F. Scott Fitzgerald, George Washington, W.B. Yeats, Agatha Christie, Muhammad Ali, Maya. Your mind is a gift of greatness. I'd rather see the page like you. Imagine all of the possibilities at once, the paragraphs unhinged, each sentence released by the first hinted promise of a word. Its promise to make us free.
I'm a product of a society that decided to use its children as child soldiers. Instead of wearing nappies, we were wearing camouflage. Instead of baby bottles, they put guns in our hands and persuade us to think as men in advance. Only 10 years old, he wanted to refuse but had nowhere to go. In his mind, this isn't the life that he was destined to be. He just wanted to be free. See, my hopes for the world is constantly diminishing as we are constantly reminded of what we've become. Pretend to preach love, instead it's all hatred. Quick to blame religion and talk about change. Our selfish ways have taken us to the graves. But when you make it to heaven before me, tell all the child soldiers the land you fought for is finally free, and you should keep your head high because you fought for me. See, I'm told I'm lucky I could have been a child soldier. I'm told I'm lucky because I could have been dead. State, God don't make mistakes, He blessed me. I'm blessed to testify because I know what hatred looks like. It's bullets loaded in a gun and pointed at infants, and they call that revenge. I know what hatred looks like. It's bombs dropping on innocent civilians and mothers hiding their children, trying to avoid them. I know what hatred looks like. It's children who are under the age of 10 years old burying their parents. I know what hatred looks like. But sometimes, every now and then, people tend to show me what love looks like. So if there's anything that you need to know, it's at the extent of a handshake that we become friends and not enemies. Today, I know how to fight for a grasp of fresh air? Do you realize that your lungs have made an investment for you to take another breath? So when you take this one, make sure it's the one that fills your lungs. Because if you're not living and laughing, then you've missed it. Learn to live life, laugh and be laughed at. Love and be lovable. Let but never let go. Look for people. We may not meet your expectation of perfection, but we are special, especially when we smile. To the sun, we become incomparable. To say humans are unique and exquisite is just not enough. So what do we need to top it up? You see, race, class, status, and ethnicity should never define our individuality, because the human heart is the true identity of humanity. What you think of transfers to your hearts and makes you who you are. So if what we think of is whom we become, then why can't we think using our own instincts? We all want to make a difference, but we want to be different. When it's the same goals we want to accomplish, happiness, we all deserve it, but who would rather grief and sadness? We were once divided by colors, blacks and whites. It took years and centuries for this 21st century to maintain humanity. Though it's still unstable, some people believe the world is a wicked place, but that's because we made it so. Still, we can change it to our advantage when we realize it's our responsibility to love anyone and everyone. The human heart was never made for one, it was made for all. Lonely hearts we should fill, broken hearts are ours to heal. When one is called an enemy, we all become enemies. But when one is called a friend, we all become friends. So remember to never be too proud to put aside your pride. If you laugh from the inside, it won't hurt you outside. So do me a favor and extend your lips. Make it a gift. Wrap it in love. Seal it with your tears. Don't put it in an envelope. Deliver it yourself. For it may be the last time you give away such a gift. What use is life if we can't leave love, laugh, and be laughed at? When we all know death gets each and every one of us. Make sure you have the last laugh.
I was born with a disorder. I turned down the medication that would treat it in order to write poetry, as meds render me artistically comatose to the core. My mother cried the day she learned there was no cure. Have you ever felt as though you were wreckage? As though you were pulled apart from within. See, poetry is an exercise in letting some monster inhabit your body. The clicks are to cover the sound of breaking bones when it gets in. Let me show you. Let us be. This is the police, hands behind your back, click, clack, boom, shakalak. This is 2 defibrillator blast bringing Lazarus back. This is a drunken Houdini fucking drowning in the tank. This is a list of all the things you can't take. 1, me alive, there is no number 2, fucking running from the cops like we have nothing to lose. The clock locked in the trunk says he's from the hood. You misunderstood, kid, thinking that you're deep with that hilltop hood shit. Have you ever felt like wreckage? I am sorry, Buddy Wakefield, but rest is for the dead. They took away my eyelids and now passion is all I have. The stars are cracking open and they are bleeding pus. I wrote a letter to God at 18 years old and I address it thus. Kennedy, Christ, Whitlam, Nabokov, Hess, Nike, Cheney, Hitler, Rachmaninoff, Gaga, Monroe, Stalin, Guevara, Van Gogh, Washington, Warhol, Zola, Brezhnev, Manson, Tel Aviv, Genevieve, Buteral, Luther King, Marx, Ramesses, Hiroshima, Gandhi, Lincoln, Pepsi, Darwin, Bonaparte, Muhammad, John the Baptist, James Dean, Ophelia, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Gaddafi, Roosevelt, Congress, Nixon, Manhattan, Ginsburg, Osama, Sinclair, Mandela, Gettysburg, Obama, Baudelaire, Dalai Lama, Kevin Gardner, Da Vinci, Fellini, Wounded Knee, Bikini, Ferdinand, Mussolini, Socrates, Psycho, Elizabeth Warhol, Allah, Easton Ellis, Cromwell, Jehovah, Ludi Magister, that Mayan calendar that I bought, President Mubarak. I just wanted you to know that I want my money back. From the moment you were born, you have been taught there is something wrong with you and you are imperfect, but there isn't, and you're not. You are not an empty doorway where the one you loved once stood. You are the ghost of 1,000 dead suns driving a skeletal marionette made of light through infinity. Who the fuck told you that you are anything other than miracle? We are the gun. These are my hands. It was them that carved the sun. So don't cry for me, mother, when the end of this world comes. When Orion collides with Earth and everything we loved is gone, remember, I'm not wreckage. I was the bomb.
All mannerism aside, the truth comes alive. Raw without shame and full of pride. The highest of climbs, the deepest of dives. Searching for the place where life is alive. Songs of freedom blast from the curbside while they cover their ears and shade their eyes. A turd rides the sky, I hope it finds your face. That means it's a fun day. Make every day a Sunday. Pray to the God or fuck that shit. Fuck the job, fuck the game, fuck the fame, and definitely fuck that cop who tried to sell me cocaine. I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Motherfucker, I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Marcus Garvey was right. Obama is half white. Nobody gives a fuck where my black ass gonna sleep tonight. Hey, you, Mr. Charlie. Nice hair, pretty white. She thinks I'm cute. Please don't shoot. Please don't shoot. I'm unarmed. I'm unarmed. No gun, no knife. I mean you no harm. I just came back from Lyme. See, I'm unarmed. Look, see, I have no arms. You sent my son to drop bombs. He couldn't even come back. I couldn't give him a hug goodbye. See, he never returned. My wife turned to drugs till death do us part. My life turned to drugs. If hell is our fate, we'll be there in love together. Together, let my life be your inspiration to do better. Don't just walk on by. Don't just walk on by. Don't just walk on by. Sheila, she stands holding Wendy's hand. They are motionless, listening to the man, his poetic heart pitched to the passerby, pedestrians fresh out of the ballpark. He curves and knuckles and screws into their ears. His intensity goes fast, then drops slow. His emotions change up with every stanza. He's laughing 1 second and crying the next. The tears of joy moments later. Passionate spit flies from his mouth, pushing the approaching Giants fans away from his corner territory. His limbless torso sways to the rhythm of his own words. He slides like James Brown breaking down the drums, but the only beating is the one in his head. There was no can or box at his feet asking for money. There was no clever sign to elicit humorous compassion. There was only him and raw humanity. Can you hear him, Wendy? Can you hear what he's saying? Can you feel him? Wendy nods. A few people break from their stride to listen for a snippet, but they're way more entertained by his antics than receiving his words. Sheila and Wendy are the only ones who are really hearing him. I'm a giant too. I'm a giant too. Hey Jack, I don't want shit from you. I'm just chilling with my lady. Why you fucking with me? I've been paid already. You've been paid already. Why you fucking with me? Am I crazy? Are you being paid to fuck with me? You laugh in my face. Why you enjoy fucking with me? You kick me in my face. Why do you enjoy fucking with me? I am harmless. I am armless. You are heartless. He artless. Why are you alive? Just to fuck with me? Your fake cardiac will be arrested for arresting me. My wife is beautiful. She laughs at you. She knows it's true. A butterfly crossed her path the moment she had the thought. It hit a U-turn and fluttered down to whisper in her ear. You're a god like me. You're a god like me. You're a god like me. It said, you're a god like me. And she couldn't stop laughing. She had one of those laughs that made me laugh. Whatever was funny to her infectiously became funny to me. Her laughing eyes looked deep into mine and said, you're a god like me.